The Quran ties itself in a knot over the Injil. As we've seen in previous videos, it creates problems that Muslims cannot escape. Here's another one. Muslims often tell us that the Injil in Muhammad's time had been corrupted. It contains some of what Allah revealed to Jesus, but it also contains words that have been added later that aren't Allah's words. It's a mixture, part preserved and part added. But this doesn't make any sense of what the Quran tells us about the Injil. Quran 1094 says, "If you, O Prophet, are in doubt about these stories that we have revealed to you, then ask those who read the scripture before you. The truth has certainly come to you from your Lord, so do not be one of those who doubt." This can't work. Let's imagine it. Suppose Muhammad goes to those who read the scripture before him. Muhammad finds that there's a difference between what has been revealed to him and what the scripture says. Perhaps Muhammad says that Allah has no son, but the scriptures show Jesus repeatedly saying that he is the Son of God. Perhaps Muhammad says that Jesus did not die on a cross, but the scriptures show Jesus dying on a cross. Now what? If those who read the scripture before you are recounting truly preserved words of Allah, then Muhammad has to accept them. Muhammad just discovered that his revelations are lies. They didn't come from God. Or if those who read the scripture before you are recounting stories invented by some human and not sent by Allah, then Muhammad can reject them. He doesn't have to worry about it. He can still believe that he is a true prophet. But nobody knows which is which. Nobody knows which parts of the scriptures have been preserved and which haven't. So Muhammad doesn't know what to do. He can't follow this command. It makes no sense. Now you might be thinking, I know how to tell which is which. Compare it with the Quran. But that is the exact opposite of what the Quran says. It doesn't tell the people of the scripture, if you have doubts, ask Muhammad what the Quran says. It says to Muhammad, if you have doubts about your revelation, the Quran, to talk to the people of the scripture. If you have to completely reverse what the Quran says for it to make sense, then you're admitting that the Quran is nonsense. Muhammad cannot have his doubts answered by a corrupted book. In Islam, the question, what's the Injil, has no consistent answer. The Quran ties itself in a knot that it cannot escape. Reject it. Read the real Gospels for yourself and discover the real Jesus.